All right, well, today Christian and I are going to be talking some Falcon Winter Soldier. I know we said that it's funny, we said we weren't going to do any type of like run through review of the show after WandaVision because there was going to be, we were just being very negative and we thought that there was not going to be, I guess, much to say, that like hasn't already been said, or how we would have felt about this show. It being only 6 episodes, like being a true miniseries, being 3. We thought WandaVision was short. It was 9. We're only getting 6 episodes of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but this show has been pretty freaking good.
We have positive things to say.
Lots of positive things to say. The last episode that aired Friday, "The Whole World Is Watching," was the title of the episode.
Good title. I did not know that, actually.
I think this is the best 40 minutes of Marvel content that we've seen since Endgame. And you said it off camera. It seems that this is kind of like a filmed movie that's just kind of broken up into 6 parts, which like is cool.
Even more so than WandaVision.
Yeah, 100%. I just think the drama feel like that's like the genre is definitely my cup of tea. With how I want these shows to go.
Like crime.
Right. Like there's actual there's like true cliffhangers. At the end of these episodes. And I've really, after almost every episode, I've actually been like, damn, I really want to watch the next one right now. I don't think I really had that with WandaVision that much.
I totally agree with you.
But outside of Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, I think Wyatt Russell's been fantastic in this show. He's turned into that hateable character as the new Captain America, but he's been fantastic in the show.
You love to hate him.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think Lamar, what's his name, the actor? I don't want to disservice him, but he, I think, was one of the best parts of the show up until this point.
What is his name? It's not showing it for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Clay Bennett? Is that him?
But I think it's very interesting where they're going with Wyatt Russell's character, for sure. Especially in Civil War, kind of did something like Falcon and the Winter Soldier is doing, where Civil War happened and our heroes are split very much in a time where the world was split, right? We were going into a new election with Trump versus Clinton or whatever. There's like real world
divide
ramifications, but
yeah,
it's like an allegory for the real world. This past episode specifically feels very allegoric, if that's a word, I don't know, for the times that we're living in right now.
No, that's a really good point. Also, Erin Kellyman playing Carly Morgenthau, I think she's been really, really good. Great character.
She was in...
I say she looks familiar. I don't know if I've seen her in any other...
She's in Solo.
Oh, gotcha.
She plays the like bounty hunter that's going after them throughout the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then I think that the best part about the show is the return of Zemo. To be honest, just that little comedic relief and just...
Dude, him dancing?
Yeah. You know that they released on Instagram the full recording?
Yeah, there's like...
There was like 5 minutes. They're like, we recorded him for like more than like what was shown on. Here's the entire thing, and it's just him dancing. He's been able to give you the comedic relief. Always still toying with Bucky and Sam, just because he knows that like he got released from prison for a reason, and like he's needed. So like he can do whatever the hell he wants because he's like, well, they're not gonna kill me. They need me.
They're also like, I think it's interesting because they're in his domain. Like we see
Correct.
The amount of power this guy has, not just as an enemy to the Avengers.
I thought the coolest scene was with like the Turkish delights with like the kid.
That's
the
what he's, like,
the
giving
candies,
snacks?
give him the
Yeah,
candies,
okay, word, yeah.
and then he's like, "You see those men, like, not to be trusted," and like they're wondering like what the hell he said, but like he got all the information he needed, and he's like, "All right, now I can just hold this over their head."
Yeah.
Like they need to know, and then he gave it up.
He's gonna. His character's interesting because this entire time, I mean, until this episode, I haven't really gotten a sense from him that he wanted to leave. That he was like looking, he had ulterior motives. I feel like we don't really get that until this episode.
Right. And I'm wondering, like, do you think? So obviously, so T'Challa left him alive in Civil War. He's like, all right, the living aren't done with you yet. Do you think this series is like that end purpose? Like, you think he dies at the end of this series? Whether it be the next episode? Because apparently the showrunners are saying that, like, crying, like, it's gonna be it's gonna be a tough episode next week. Or like this Friday. Yeah, like I think there's gonna be deaths next week.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like he will survive at the end of the show. Just because he's part of the Thunderbolts, which is General Ross from Civil War, and
right.
He creates a team called the Thunderbolts, which is basically the Avengers, but all enemies of the Avengers.
Right.
They dress up as the Avengers and whatnot, and he plays a big role in that. I feel like they're leading up to that in the MCU, so they might save him for that.
Okay.
But if you're saying somebody dies,
like that's what I'm feeling someone's gonna die.
I feel like it'll be Sharon. They haven't really like.
I think she's bad.
Yeah, you.
I think she's on the side of. Again, not bad.
Mm.
She's on the side of Carly's and wanting it how it was.
She's an antagonist.
Exactly.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, like I think the true villain now is John Walker.
Absolutely.
So, like outside of and even Sam said it when he was I thought the scene with him and Carly was really good, and obviously it was one of those, it's like, oh, like they're gonna get to her, like he's gonna actually and then it's like, I'm 10 minutes is up, get out of here, and like, yeah, of course it got fucked up, and
dude, that pissed me off.
it's just like, because like you knew it was so predictable.
Yeah.
Like
that he was just gonna
barge in and be like, oh, like it's 10 minutes. Well, he's getting somewhere. Oh no, it's not.
Trust your man.
I mean, they're not the man. That's not my man.
That's valid. That's super valid.
I think for a while though, like Lamar was trying to. He's always been like the level-headed one.
Yeah.
Like out of the two, being like, hey, like we've done everything we can, like let's move on, and like Walker's like, we didn't find anything. Like he's like, dude, like what?
Yeah.
He's like, calm the fuck down.
Even in like episode, it was either 2 or 3 when they like have that conversation. They're like, yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go do our thing, and Lamar's like, fine, and then John Walker's like, all right, fine, then stay out of my way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they had a very good rapport. I was very upset when Lamar died. I was very upset.
You knew that was going to send Walker over the edge too.
Absolutely.
And he was going to do something bad. Like that last scene was nuts. Like pretty intense.
Hell yeah.
And like you saw it, like I think it like goes to show you that he wasn't maybe not ready to see like what his his actions were gonna do. Maybe not realizing whatever I do, like the camera's on me. Yeah. Like you saw the entire like just a circle with just cameras out surrounding.
The whole world was watching.
Right, exactly. Boom. And he takes the serum. Obviously, that's another part of the episode that we haven't even mentioned. But like, Zemo finds Carly, shoots her. After she got like the rest of like the super serum, he breaks all of them except one because of course one was missed, and Walker finds it and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take it.
Sneaky beaver. And
he murks this like Carly's right hand person.
I like that guy too.
Absolutely murked him. Yeah. Like I think he decapitated his head off his body.
I feel like he was going into his chest.
See, I don't think so. You know why? Because that's what Cap did
That's why.
to Iron Man.
Yeah.
And I think it shows you the difference between Steve Rogers and this Captain America or other Captain America.
Okay.
That Steve Rogers was good and like he knew he was going to kill his own in Tony. So I'm going to put it in his chest and just like fuck up his suit for the time being and be like, all right, you're done.
Yeah.
That rage took him over the edge and he actually did the deed.
Captain.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's to show the differences. It's like it's parallel with the Shield,
Absolutely.
but it's gonna be the difference.
And maybe that's why they didn't show what he actually
Exactly, because there's this. I'm not trying to be Steve Rogers. Like, there's no other Steve Rogers like that is, Steve Rogers is his own guy.
Yeah.
And I think like there's so many parallels that there turns into a difference, and like that's like the over the edge top that he like couldn't just not kill because he saw his friend die right in front of him.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I understand why people don't like John Walker. I don't like John Walker.
He's a very good character. It's a very good character.
Phenomenal character. Wyatt Russell does an incredible job. To be empathetic, I could totally understand why he would go over the edge and having this like complex where he needs to be the greatest guy ever when he was in actual like real world war doing
Getting Purple Hearts and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to continue that point, which I totally agree on, I think like he's looking around at the end of that episode and being like, I just turned to like the exact thing I didn't want to turn to, and it's because of the serum. Like that, he would not have done that if he didn't take the serum. Like that wouldn't have been in his character.
See, I feel like it would be in the show. They say, I think it's Anthony Mackie. He's like, the serum just makes you more of what you already were. Like before Steve Rogers took the serum, he was still Steve Rogers.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He jumped on the grenade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just like you become more of what you are. Really, I think Lamar was the thing that kept
him
John
leveled.
Walker, yes.
Yeah.
Kept him centered.
And seeing that he was gone, I think just sent him obviously over the edge.
Yeah, understandably so though.
Right, and you were saying about like Walker's character. It's like this is a character and a human who until the middle of last episode was just a human trying to. And he says like I don't want to be Steve Rogers, but like you still have to live up to a superhero.
Absolutely.
That had like actual superpowers. Like he's like I'm just a human. I'm like I was in war. I have some Purple Hearts, and that's what he said. He goes, yeah, I had Purple Hearts, but like when he's him and Lamar sitting down, he's like, yeah, we got Purple Hearts for doing like terrible shit.
Yeah.
Like we didn't say like how many people we could have saved if we had this, and
there's that duality, right? There's always
right.
You're doing good stuff. You got a Purple Heart, but also like to get that Purple Heart, you got to do some shit.
Right. So I think it's the perfect character that like he's still like. I wouldn't say misunderstood, but there's just like so much going on. Like we talk like just in a crisis of just like mentally like trying to live up to like the societal standard of like what it is to be America's hero.
What this symbol means to the entire world.
Right.
But also behind the symbol is a man, and how do you compare yourself to the man behind the symbol when you are now the symbol?
Right.
I also, just to add on to that, like he's stepping into a world. We haven't even talked about Wakandans, but he met Wakandans today. Like he's stepping into a superhero world.
Right, and I love that he was like they weren't even like super.
Yeah.
And he got like taken down that easy, and like I think that's also him just being naive. It's like do you know like who these people are?
Yeah.
Like they murk superheroes.
Yeah.
Like and they're not quote unquote super.
Yeah.
Like it goes to show you like you like you're nothing. I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's like
you have no idea
they took me down. Yeah, bro. They took fucking the past 4 villains of the last 8 movies down with their fucking spears.
Yeah.
Like what's like nothing's new.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I guess I would say I think the 2 biggest points for the last 2 episodes what are the Wakandans gonna do? Like, they're here for Zemo. Like, that's what we knew. They told Bucky, "Hey, you have 8 hours." Blah blah. And then that whole fight scene broke out. And then he did the old, as Sam goes, he went a little Chapo on us, and he like dipped in like through like the drain in the bathroom while like everyone's fighting. It's like, well, it's like everyone else is pretty. Like, it's like like for me, Zemo is like an anti-hero for me right now, or not even an anti-hero, but like for me, he's not a villain. He's just like
doing his own shit.
Just like that sneaky guy that like that he helped them do what he did, and like now he's a free guy. So he's just like, all right, like, well, everyone else is fighting. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Like peace. Like, see you later.
He's kind of like the antithesis to Sharon, where like they're both considered enemies of the state, and now they're kind of just gonna do whatever the fuck they want.
Right. And that's another thing. Like, Sharon's gonna come up at some point, bigger. I think next episode, because there hasn't been enough to know like what she really has been doing. And I think Bucky, but like Sam even most would be like, you've been on their team. Like, I think that there's gonna be that little cross. But
I would like that a lot.
But also, I think that after what happened, I think it's inevitable that Sam, Bucky, and I think Carly will join. Because I think Walker's your main enemy right now after he killed Carly's like right hand.
Yeah.
And now, Sam and Bucky have been kind of against Walker for the most part, but now
haven't even been trying to fight Carly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like them three like will just come and be like, well, now we have to stop someone. Now we have to stop a new superhuman who is so unstable. He could be the real one, just like destroying society.
Yeah.
I was like, he could be the one that just so like that doesn't like we don't know what he's gonna do next.
Yeah.
Like
he just became what he was trying to stop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, you can't put him into custody. Like I think he's at that point where he's like breaks out by, and like he could be like on the run or something.
Does his own shit. That's interesting. Yeah.
Cause like they all saw what happened. They were all in that crowd. Like Carly like showed up, and obviously Sam and Bucky were like right behind him.
Yeah.
Just like watching, like, oh.
I would hope that he doesn't run. Just because I feel like that would. Obviously, he has some rage issues, but I think at the end of the day, he is a good guy, and he has
absolutely
morals to an extent. I feel like that would kind of just take his character and run off with it in a different direction. I don't know, but I agree with you. I do think he will end up being the main antagonist of the show. I think Zemo's still going to be doing shit in the background,
right?
But I think it would be interesting to see Carly, Sharon, Falcon, Winter Soldier all go at him.
Yeah.
Also, another allegory for the world, right? Like, these are two opposing sides that are going after each other, but also if they could come together and work together, I think that would be a great thing to say for the world as well.
When two sides come together to take on the true enemy. Superhero film number 640.
Actually. That's an honest rating right there.
In a world where superhero Avengers partner up with the superhumans to take on Captain America, John Walker. Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 5 on Disney Plus. Streaming Friday.
Yo.
April 16th. All right, Falcon Winter Soldier, 2 more episodes. They should be, I think they're going to be very good. The first 4 have been just very, really good watches. I've been really excited watching them.
They go quick.
Yeah, and again, it's just like what like it's just like I've needed more human, like real world like conflict.
Yeah.
Like,
especially in the MCU.
Yeah.
With everything that
we've gotten.
I love Endgame.
Right, but
super bombastic.
Exactly, like everything that like has led up to the last few projects of like obvious, like, you know, jumping quantum realm, time travel, building, you know, your own different reality. It's cool to see like, boom, this is what's happening after the blip. This is like this is America. Like this is the United States. This is what's happening.
Soldiers,
yeah.
Really, honestly.
So
even with Spider-Man, like he's dealing with Mysterio and like all that crazy shit. He's supposed to be like ground level, but yeah.
Is this series before or after
Spider-Man?
Yeah, probably before, right?
I think before, because it's supposed to be like right after
Right.
Wanda.
Because
like 6 months or so before Spider-Man.
I was like, because Homecoming is 6 months after.
Far From Home.
Sorry, yeah, Homecoming. Far From Home is 6 months after Endgame.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's like yeah.
And WandaVision was supposed to be like 2 weeks after Endgame or something like that.
Yeah, like literally.
It's supposed to be like right after WandaVision.
In a world where superheroes and superhumans come together,
to avenge
John Walker, Captain America, Super Captain America, with a bloody shield in hand, will Sam Wilson take what is his? Will Bucky's arm get reattached? Which it did, which I thought that was that was a super cool thing. Did you know they could do that? No. He's like, no. I thought that he wasn't gonna be, I didn't think he was gonna be able to like reattach it so easy.
Yeah.
I thought they like disabled it and he would have to like walk around and be like, can you please put this back on? But it just like it went right back on, but in a world where Steve Rogers' henchmen come together to face on John Walker and the new Super Captain America. This is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a new hit single featuring Zemo.
Yo, that's just dancing.
In a world. Watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier Friday. Because then right after that, probably get a few weeks, and then Loki, which I'm actually pretty, like I said, I'm pretty excited about Loki. Probably will be again going from Falcon, Winter Soldier to that could probably be a little bit of drop off. I can maybe tell, but
it's just gonna be big change in genres.
Exactly.
Like
Right, 100%. But that's it. We are excited. So maybe we'll probably do next week after that, now that we've watched more than half the series and we actually enjoy it and we don't have really no bad things to say about this show. So, very excited.
Real quick, if you're looking for superhero content after Falcon Winter Soldier, watch Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Invincible on Amazon Prime.